All right, you can open up today's meeting, 6:02. You can stand for the pledge. I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Thank you. All right, review it, Stephanie, so minutes from our June 11th, 2025 meeting. Anyone got to look at them? For Parks and Rec? If so, make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion was made by Ryan, accepted by Mike, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, FY
Say
26.
Got to say opposed.
To oppose
Do
something.
you post the minutes?
You're supposed to say all in favor and then all opposed. I didn't vote.
Well, I haven't done that in a while, so. All in favor, again?
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Okay. What do I do now? Huh?
Is
Well,
there,
it's 4-1.
is there anything I need to change for?
It just doesn't include the portion of the meeting where the chairman
You passed that.
asked us to remain seated.
That wasn't,
and
that
discuss
wasn't part of the meeting.
No, it was a secret meeting. I know. I have the whole
It
guide.
wasn't a secret
But
meeting.
that's what. No, it was. I have the whole entire guide right here. But
Oh.
it's fine. It's fine. I'm voting no
Okay. that's
because
fine.
that is
4-1, it
missing.
passed.
Okay, excellent.
All right, going on to the reorganization.
I nominate Ryan for
I am
chairman.
going to, as chair, step down right now, and I am voting, I'm nominating Ryan for chair. For the
Second.
coming year. All right, second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, 5-0. Ryan, you will take over next month,
Congratulations, Ryan.
and we will need nomination for co-chair.
Vice chair.
I nominate Ed for vice chairman. All those in favor?
Vice chair, John.
Just temporary.
Isn't it?
I second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. And let's go on to the schedule for approval. It is still the second Wednesday of every month. Is that correct, Mackenzie? But you gave us the dates.
Correct, yes.
Okay. So everyone has them down here.
If we could look into the June date.
Look into what?
The last June date.
The June date?
Yeah, changing that one.
Yeah, when would be a good?
I know, it's like it's like.
I know, when's a good time for
We
you?
could
The
probably
week?
do the first week in June, that way it's before the election too, generally.
Okay.
If possible. I know it's
So-
like a year away, but
Can someone make a motion to change that? Do we need a motion to change it?
yeah.
Will that be June 3rd then?
June, yes. So we can
I
just,
motion to change the last meeting to June 3rd, 2026.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Oh, 5-0.
So June 26th.
No, June 3rd.
Oh, June 3rd.
Okay. So other than that, the schedule is accepted? Rest of it? You have to make a motion for that.
Motion to approve the schedule.
Okay, motion to approve the schedule, second? All right, Ed second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, e-bikes, Central Park. Ed, you want to speak on that?
Yes. I've been to every concert at Central Park. Last year and this year, I didn't miss one concert. And I usually sit up towards the fountain. And I see these parents come down, they have little children. And they set them on the, what do you call it?
The rim of the,
Oh, this one is different. I'm sorry, the white. Yeah, kids come down there on bikes and they're driving all over the sidewalks. People gotta get out of the way and they're going fast, and if they hit anybody the way they're going, it's going to be a problem. And I've mentioned it to some of the people, but it doesn't sink in. So
What would you like to see done?
I'd like to see them the heck out of Central Park. You know, not, they can have them in Central Park if they're not having a concert or something else, but
Do they generally allow anything motorized in Central Park?
Typically, I mean, I looked at the bylaws recently when I was working on the signage, and there's nothing specific to that. Like the wording is like recreational wheels, which doesn't specify whether or not it's motorized. But it says that like they need to be on the sidewalk, off the grass, in a forward motion, and not obstructing any foot traffic. Which I did put on the new signs, and I can amend it to say something more specific to motorize.
This is probably something we do need to
Recreation.
address, because like just driving around, there's more kids riding electric bikes than
definitely.
regular bikes these days. It's kind of wild.
Maybe if it's specified like no motorized or electric vehicle, like something like that.
They're really fast too. Like
Yeah.
they go like 40 miles per hour.
Yeah.
They're pretty dangerous.
Or,
During
yeah, I
like
seen,
your summer concert series, that's a Parks and Rec
Yes.
event. So can you create your own
Rules.
rules
Yes.
where you can say during those specific events?
We
At
can.
least?
Yes. I don't know that it'll be as heavily enforced. Like unless I'm like walking up to them and
Yeah, but at least if you.
How would you advertise that? Like,
we could put up a sign, do social media. Yeah.
Put it out there, yeah,
Okay.
social media wise.
At least like if you just put out there during the heavy traffic
Yeah.
events to start.
I mean, people know generally you're not ripping a dirt bike through there, but these, the
But,
electric
yeah.
bikes do, they fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are super fast.
did you have any trouble with that during the yard sale?
Not so much during the yard sale, but I do know what Ed's talking about. There is a lot of it during the concerts in the park.
Yeah.
So I've seen I know what you're talking about, definitely.
But I also saw the hoverboards too. Would that be another one too
They don't go as fast.
during the concert?
I mean, if they're out of the way, like if they're down the other end of the park, like it's really up to the board what you guys want to change as far as the policy goes.
I feel like if we allow some electric vehicles and not others, then it might get confusing for some people. I don't know. I mean, maybe, I don't know, if we're gonna not allow motorized electric or gas vehicles in the park, it should probably, I would say it should probably be all of them, just so that people don't get, you know, what's allowed, what's not allowed, and blah, 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 you know what I mean?
I mean, motorized or not, like the bylaw is that, or the policy is that like you can't obstruct like the traffic, and if there's people all over the sidewalks, it's probably not the best time to do it.
Right.
So I think Ryan's probably right for like starting to advertise it during the events, because I've
Mhm.
told it's kids, it's like they're like 12. I've told them like, hey, like let's keep it on the sidewalk, go down the other end of the park. They're usually super like respectful about it.
So is this just during events or all the time?
That's really at the discretion of the board. I'm just not down there all the time to like.
Right, that's.
fully
I
do
would
that.
say it's during events.
I would say during events.
Yeah, I would say
So during,
events.
so during official events, maybe we don't allow it, and then otherwise just keep it, like you said, within the, you know, forward motion,
Yeah.
on the sidewalks.
Make a
Not,
motion.
I think that sounds fair.
I'll make a motion to approve, no motorized bikes during large crowd.
I'll second.
Motorized bikes / electric scooters and
Yeah. During
I'll-
parks and. Rec
anything
sponsored
motorized.
events.
Yeah,
I'll second that.
Yeah,
okay, so the motion is made that there'll be no motorized vehicles, electric bikes, scooters, etc. during events at the park, Central Park. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I vote. Ed, does that help? Okay, department updates, facilities and grounds update.
so Brian and I actually have joint updates this meeting because we've been doing a lot of back and forth with
Okay.
the facilities.
So you're just gonna do those?
Yes.
Okay.
So for Depot Square, we have colorful instrument art installations going in that are like, they're art, but they also double as something you can physically play, and they'll go on a concrete pad. At the last meeting, we had talked about how we have a little bit of money left in the parks miscellaneous to be used for something to that degree, and the Clinton Economic Development Office ended up purchasing seating, so we didn't want to double up on the seating. They have some Adirondack chairs that they're gonna put in seasonally, which will be cool, as long as the board approves it, of course.
Are they redoing the sidewalks now?
Yes.
They look beautiful.
They do, they look really good up there.
Yeah.
And
Painted all around the fountain. It really looks great. Let's stop.
No, we're
on that.
talking about Home Depot, Depot Square, right?
yes, Depot Square.
They're redoing those sidewalks.
Down they get all the way around, but, you know, they put pavers down and flowers and everything else.
Down there.
And they, yeah, it looks great.
I'm good.
Yeah.
It looked like they were like widening the sidewalks down there and stuff.
I don't know how much wider it is, but I know that
Nice.
it's part of the DPW grant, so the work there is almost done. It should be finalized by the end of this week, I think.
Oh, cool.
Good.
So we are going to start adding in more like fun things to that park. So we have the musical instruments, it's a xylophone and then like a flower that you can like yell into,
Oh, yeah,
and it makes like the weird noises.
yeah.
So it'll be cool and it looks nice. Like it's like a classier thing than putting something more like playground equipment or something down there. So that's awesome. And then I believe they're blue Adirondack chairs from the Economic Development Office.
Where are those going?
There's no placement yet, but the idea is to have them at Depot Square.
Okay.
For Central Park, we did get the Cultural Council grant to put the movies on in the park. It was postponed from the spring just due to the outbreak of the mosquito-borne illnesses. So we are hoping to get that done in the September, October range. I have a list of movies that we're waiting on the permits for, but I can't announce them formally until we have the permits, otherwise we'll get fined.
Okay.
The car show is tomorrow. Brian and Dale D'Amico will be down there weeding the cars on and off of the grass at Central just to ensure that there's no damage to be done to the irrigation system or the lawn. We're also looking into a PA system for down at the park that we could play music through so that like at the concerts or big events, things like that. And that would also help out with the movies and other major events. For Vale Street, I'll be meeting with the skaters that we typically talk to once or twice a year to see what they're looking at, what their needs might be, and what kind of grants might be available for improvements such as lighting, etc. Brian also mentioned that they're getting a backstop for the softball field up at Vale. The quotes are coming in and it should be covered by his warrant article.
Nice.
They also, I've been talking to a local hospital that is interested in funding adult exercise equipment. Potentially putting that up at Vale and putting a short or a smaller walking track up there, which I think would be nice for the parents as they're waiting for the kids playing baseball, softball, etc.
Oh, that's good.
So
Are you allowed to say which hospital?
I'm not sure, so I'm gonna leave it as because it's not finalized yet, so I'm just gonna leave it at local hospital.
That's good. That sounds really good, actually.
So that's very exciting. And then I wanted to get the board's input on exploring permission for the Sterling Street lot to possibly put a seasonal deck hockey, ice hockey rink on there. Because my understanding is that it's capped and they can't dig down into it to any sort of foundation. But you can build up. And so there's a lot of communities in the general Northeast area that are doing seasonal deck hockey. So it'll be deck hockey spring, summer, fall, and then in the winter it'll freeze over and you can do an ice skating rink.
Can you do that in the same rink?
Would we like start like a league or something?
Definitely, like, that would be a potential of the space. I don't want to get ahead of myself necessarily. I don't know what, like, regulation deck hockey.
Cause I know like my nephew's playing like Hudson. I know Patty's been there. I've seen her there a few times.
So
Which is nice. So that would be nice to have.
would that be a
Did-
budget? Put in the budget?
It's that's definitely more down the line. There are some other grant opportunities and funding sources I'd look into first. But it's like step one would be if it's okay with the board for me to look into acquiring that space.
Okay, so we need a motion or no?
Yeah, I would
Do
say
we need a
yes.
motion for that? Or you just did
I
discussion?
don't think so. I think it's
Okay.
more of
I would agree with that. I would agree.
So I think everyone's on board for that, definitely.
awesome.
Sounds like a good plan, actually.
And then it won't just like it's sitting. So
Mhm.
something.
Sterling Street Brewery would probably be psyched.
Yeah,
Mm.
right.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of the Parks and Rec updates.
So that's both facilities and parks and rec?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then we can have a motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
All right,
I'll
Mike-
second.
Mike motions, Ryan seconds, 6:18, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, anyone? No, 5-0. What time does it say for?
6:05.
What?
6:05.
Oh, 6:05, getting good at that, Mackenzie. All right, we can go right into the Field Commission review and acceptance of previous meetings for June 10th, was it?
Submission.
Oh, I'm sorry, June 11th.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Seconded.
All right, motion by Ryan, second by Mike, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, 5-0. And then the only other thing would be facilities and updates. Does Brian have anything for that?
We have more joint updates. So Neshoba Baseball sent us that thank you note. I hope you all got a moment to look over that. It
Yeah.
was super cute.
It was
Checking it out right now. This is really nice.
very nicely done.
Yes, they were awesome to work with, and I'll be meeting with both the Neshoba and Clinton ADs on, I don't know if we hammered down a date yet, but that first week in August. That way we can talk about schedules for this season and what their needs might be throughout the school year as well. We're getting cleaning quotes for the concession stand to get that cleaned out, because if we're gonna have so much utilization of the field, I definitely wanna make sure we have that up and running.
Good.
We're also, Brian and I have been talking about getting 2 sheds for Fuller Field, one for the football equipment and one for the baseball equipment. And that will be somewhat winterized and weatherproof. That way they can store their things in there. We can free up the half for making it a locker room again, and then the other half can be storage for our stuff. Just until we know like what we can store in the basement and things like that, I want to try to keep it on that
Upstairs,
first level.
yeah.
We're also looking at doing a sporting goods initiative that has been successful in other towns, where there's like a locker and you can take what you need and what you can as far as like sporting goods. We'll have it locked up, like they can come in and check stuff out. But like if you want to try out a new sport but don't want to go and buy everything if you're not sure if
Oh, that's a nice
you're
idea.
gonna enjoy it. So we would also store that stuff out there. And then we're possibly looking at lining Fuller for soccer and field hockey as well, similar to what they have up at the Veterans Complex on the varsity field. That way we could really increase utilization. We've had a lot of club teams looking at using it, and as well as like adult leagues and smaller scale clinics, and that would just really give more space all around town for different sports.
Nifty idea.
That's all of my updates.
Given the construction of the middle school, they're gonna need some
Definitely.
space.
I had a question about the house box.
Yeah.
The roof is leaking down onto
Okay.
the equipment.
On
I
what, Brian?
The press box.
Oh, press box.
don't think I even have access to it. That would be definitely something I can mention to Brian.
Yeah. I just feel like there's like caution tape, and it's just such an eyesore when you're like there, and
No,
I'm afraid that like someone's like, or if kids get curious,
Yes, definitely.
like that's a concern. And I know it's like a money thing, but it's just,
Something to look into.
I think Brian's been exploring
yeah,
revamping it, right?
yeah, I think so.
Maybe sooner than later.
Yes, definitely, especially if it's leaking onto the equipment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So And I think
Right.
too, if we have like the 2 sheds, that way everybody has their space. And
Where are you gonna put the sheds? Do you have an idea?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of letting Brian take more of the lead on that because as far as access goes for like different like irrigation and things like that, I just want to make sure that we're all set there.
Is that it? Wraps it up? Okay,
Motion to adjourn?
I'll second.
okay, motion by Mike, second by Ryan, all in favor?
I
All right, 5-0. Thank you. See you next.